Alright, all. Feeling refreshed after a nap and some dinner. I really want to play this again. Oh, there's any key. Okay. So I feel like there's a combat due in here.
I always
Maybe
have a
not
backup
in this
plan.
room per se, but like in this area. And while I have played this before, it doesn't mean I remember it, because it's like... Oh, there we go. I had like I don't know, 60, 80 hours of playing in my last run. Oh, that's not a combat. That's uh-oh, she's dead. How much time did I have put into this before? Oh, I had like just under 100 hours before. That's right, folks, 100 hours of playing time, and my first run was not complete. That's how in-depth, how much stuff there is in this game. Okay, we want to click on the thing.
Let us not dawdle.
I'm not dawdling, man. I'm clicking on the things. What is this? It's another helmet. Immune to crits for the first 3 rounds. That's kind of epic. Who amongst us is dogmatic? Oh, come on, she's absolutely dogmatic. Yeah, she is.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, that's normally where you come in. Yeah, when the ship is fixed up, that's your entrance. It's an elevator. Theodora von Valancius's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The Archmilitant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads. That was the one over here, I suspect.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
Yeah, I doubt it. Voidsphere was humiliation and suffering on her, not a quick death.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Alright, body number 1. You lean closer to the body. The cause of death is apparent. The rotator's life was ended by an auto pistol shot, an extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodore's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotions experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood, spattered parchments and scrolls must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Adira, touch Theodora.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in the warp.
Alright, we'll check out the shards on the floor.
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
Alright. And then we're going to manually look at the shards. It is difficult to say exactly what was broken, the object on the floor, and that is as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, the shards appear to be iridescent, rather than completely transparent, as if they've been submerged in promethium. Iridescent, if you're unfamiliar with the word, means it kind of reflects a whole bunch of different colors. If you have like oil on water, and you look at the reflection and there's kind of a rainbow of colors, that's iridescent. Reports, accounts, and dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It is a handwritten letter signed with initials XC and a seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. So now we have a handwritten letter with a seal. Esteemed Theodora, a change in circumstances has demanded your immediate assistance in our mutual cause. Forthwith, upon receiving this letter, performing the necessary preparations of the crew, you are to depart for the Rickard system. One of my acolytes, Interrogator Heinrich von Kalox, operates there at the present time. Upon your arrival in the system, you will, without any delay, make contact with them and offer any assistance required of you, after which you will provide a passage to the Furibundus system aboard your ship. On footfall, the Interrogator will remove himself from your presence and await further instructions. Anticipating any questions you may have, I will stress the nature of the Interrogator von Kalox's activities on Rickard motive is of no concern of you. If required, von Kalox himself will disclose the details of his mission. May the Emperors might be with you, XC. That sounds like Inquisition shit. So when we read the letter, a seal that seems vaguely familiar to you and sends a shiver, I'll pass my check, and sends a shiver down your spine. The author letter is addressed to the author of this letter addressed to Theodore von Valencia, signed with the seal of one of the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that is relentlessly hunts heretics, xenos, and other enemies of humanity. Now we're going to check out the Arch-Militant's body. See? Told you. That was the one that was slumped over here. An auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture around with blood, brain matter, and the shards of his skull. The safety on the Arch-Militant's weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
It's okay to be sad, Argenta. You can just say, I feel sad. It's allowed.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
I've checked everything I could see.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
There's nothing else in the room, Adira. Oh, that's... my cursor was in the bottom right corner of the screen. Oh. I was wrong, there was more stuff in the room. Oh, and there's the organ. Okay, so let's equip these before we get jumped, because we know we're getting jumped. He said it boosts everybody's fellowship skill. What does fellowship do for us? For each enemy in a tool cell already. So what is it going to do in combat though? And isn't my archetype the one... Nope, that must have been the other class I was thinking of that I didn't take. So having a boost to fellowship is probably useful. And this item here is plus and bonus to commerce and lower Imperium, which will be useful. Oh, there's a thing over here to click as well that I missed. I think. No, I didn't miss that. I got that one. And now I think it wants me to go back out this way.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Isn't this the way we came in? Need power? Are we going to the elevator? The one that's not working? I'm so confused right now. Oh, yes, we're going to the elevator. That's a chaos space.
Beware the eye of the witch.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
Oh, it's combat servitor. Okay, that's fine. I thought it was a chaos way. It's so dead. Cool. Now you're gonna tell me about different armor types. I've obtained heavy armor. Who's wearing heavy armor? Abelard's wearing heavy armor. Okay, fair enough. So his dodge is reduced by half, but he always... So he always has a flat -1 to damage.
Indeed.
We didn't do much tonight. Combat server is 80% on. And 4 deflection. Yeah, you should
Victory is imminent.
boost deflection on all those people. And then let's just...
On it. You never stood a chance.
And then...
I'll make it happen.
And shoot again. Better hit this fucker
Who,
down.
if not, another enemy down.
Okay, that's not great. I think they're bringing this in so that we can showcase exploitation from Indira.
I'll do it.
And run and gun.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
And we're gonna burst fire again.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
How many have we taken out? 3? I think we've taken out 3. We fucked up that guy. We fucked up that guy. He's got multiple penalties now. Not sure what Zeal does for you exactly, because that's momentum. I think she doesn't have any abilities yet that use Zeal. Yeah, I'm not sure. You know what? Let's just trigger that right now. So the first thing we want to do is we want to analyze this guy. Because this, again, they get 2 exploits. And exploits means attacks do bonus damage. If the operative hits target with an exploit stack, the attack deals 5 plus perception bonus more damage, and the damage also increases by 10% for each exploit on the target.
Was that you? Or...
So that just gave him 2 exploit stacks, so she's going to be doing like 30% more damage. But also, exposed weakness. We remove all exploits from them and decrease their dodge, parry, and armor until the start of Indira's next turn.
On it.
Which means instead of having 80 armor, then I have 62. Instead of having like 30% dodge, then I have 12. Excellent. And now instead of doing 3 to 3 with this lightning, we would do 11. Sorry, Abelard, but you know how it is.
Beacon!
Nice hit, Abelard.
My ears are ringing.
Death to non-believers!
Use the melter. Use the melter. That's inappropriate.
I will do like you.
Abelard is just like flesh and blood. Yeah, let's give you more temp hit points. And let's kill
I'll
this
see to
fucker.
it.
Can Can you hit that guy from here? Oh, you can. Oh, you can nuke him from here. Nice. And that's a level, interestingly enough. Okay. So now we get Firearm Mastery for a main and for Argenta. Gain the ability to gain a number of attacks equal to their rate of fire using the weapon attack that normally costs the least AP. These attacks do not spend them. Until the end of the soldier's turn, their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a crit. So you get a bunch of free attacks, basically. And then we get a new feat, talent, whatever you want to call it. And you're recommending a whole bunch of stuff. Unpredictable is nice. We can't have combat medic. Oh, because I need a bunch of other things first. What if I go back to your archetypes? What is Voidborn giving me? Bloody mess. Contagious look. Oh, be smart. Be smart. Oh, it is the one that lets me use intelligence instead of thing. So oh, here we are. Okay, yeah, they're listed in here. So, anytime a Voidborn character scores a critical hit, there's a 10% chance to double the damage. Now, critical hits normally do 150% damage. So does that mean we're going from 150 to 200? Or we're doing 150% and then doubling it, i.e. essentially doing 300% damage? And the Wikipedia entry, of course, has exactly what it says in the game, so it's fucking useless. Okay, it doesn't look like there's much discussion around it. A lot of people seem to be suggesting it does exactly... Like, it basically doing 300% damage on crits, not 150. I don't know, man. I kind of want... Well, I'm going to get a new talent on my next level as well, so I'm going to take just a flesh wound for now. And I mean, if I... I think if I was playing like an Iron Man playthrough, that would be more important. I'm going to go with Bloody Mess. Abelard. What am I going to give you, Abelard? Let's take a look at your homeworld skills. Yeah, let's go with Stronger Together. That means everyone gets +5 to whatever characteristic he picked. Where's humanity's finest? Toughness. So that gives everyone in the group +5 toughness. She gains dismantling attack. The operative immediately puts +1 exploit on every enemy in combat and then makes a free attack against a target. That is a guaranteed hit. And then her homeworld stuff is... At the beginning of every combat, the psychers on the game plus 15% critical hit chance. The first critical hit removes this effect. Okay. On every non-successful dodge and or parry by the psyker and their allies combined, grants the psyker +2 additional AP on the next turn. Oh, a natural look is quite nice. It reduces crits into regular hits. Or do I want another psychic power? Right, you're not a sanctioned psyker. I don't think there's any way for her to become a sanctioned psyker. I think I'm going to increase the range of her psychic abilities. And then finally, the other soldier. What characteristic did she get? She got... It doesn't say? It's gotta be perception, right? Yeah, origin advancement, perception advancement. Oh no, there is agility. Okay. Sorry, my text box is covering this section here, so that's why I couldn't see. So if we go with stronger together, everyone gets +5 to agility. Tempting. I kind of wish it said in the text box what the source was, just so I could more easily narrow it down. So this is going to be coming from her origin section. Okay. So, class, so like archetype, then homeworld, then origin, then general. Okay. Okay, Revel and Slaughter is really good. Let's take that. Swift Slaughter. Because we have Revel in Slaughter already. Right? Yes. So she gains the winded effect. The winded effect, I think she gets from run and gun. Yeah. So as soon as she kills 2 people, okay.
I always keep my options
We don't only
open.
have a formation, do we? I guess that's the formation. How do I change formation?
Is there money to be made?
So if intelligence is less than 35, I get +5 toughness. Well, that's not me. That is Abelard. That is not Idira. Oh, it is Idira. It's everyone except me. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
I guess we're going to the bridge. I'm just gonna wash my hands while on those. One moment. Oh, look, the bathroom is in use. I'll have to go get common, I guess. Yeah, this feels like a boss fight. Oh, goods. Oh, I also picked up some lance pistols. Somebody didn't have... Let's put a pistol there. You have a pistol. You have an auto pistol. Do I want lance pistol or auto pistol? Auto pistol has much higher rate of fire. Yeah, and it fires 6 shots.
That's how it's done. Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh,
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice
Back in a
draws its gaze.
You are here. But where is the Lord Captain?
Ethelred. You are here, but where's the Lord Captain? Yeah, okay. She is dead.
God Emperor preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrens and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Okay, let me move this chat box over time. Hopefully it's the last. I forbid you the very thought of yielding. Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat. That's very dogmatic.
Words worthy of a righteous soul. Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
Yeah, I know. You can see Conrad clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he's holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
Ethelred bites his knuckle, desperately thinking. You see a wave ripple across the whites of his eyes, and they turn a sickly yellow. Okay. I say to Ethelfred that complicates things.
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches toward his death.
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Games turn to the chaos. I think was that if that wasn't his goal, then I don't
Your
know.
doom has been foretold. Your emperor won't save you.
Let's put me here. Let's put.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
I can't switch between characters by using trophy keys. Let's put Everard. I mean, if there's cover here, we'll put him here. Deer here, and then. Because she's got medium armor. Deer does not. And this cast one has, 75% armor. Well, that's wonderful. So we should maybe take out the
I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance. It's as good as done.
On a single shot. 90% chance of hitting that guy. Good job. And go finished. And the veil degradation is quite high. So we're going to analyze this guy.
Not this Scryer's job.
I'm sorry, what? You can't see him. What do you mean you can't see him?
What is this foreboding?
And then we strip down some armor. Right? Yes, excellent. And now we lightning bolt his ass.
Anything else?
Oh, that's bad.
Out of my way!
I am your doom!
That's going to do just 1 point of damage. Yep, that's only learning 1 point of
Faith
damage.
without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
What does this do? Let's save it for next turn. Okay, Abelard, Woody, Powell.
It will be done.
Guess who gets to charge the chaos ball? what does this thing give us a boost to? Reflection and temporary bonus. Let's throw that up. And then hit the gun. Hit the gun.
At your beck and call.
Congrats, you have tickled him.
High momentum.
So now we have high momentum. We can do our heroic acts. Equal to our weapons rate of fire. The rate of fire on this is 4, so I get like 4 bonus shots.
You should feel honored to witness this. Who if not me? The best defense is a good offense. I'll make it happen.
You can do worse, but not by much.
On it.
Oh, does he have his armor back? Would you probably boost his dodge and parry? And would you probably... Am I gonna get smacked if I run there?
There is movement in the Imperium.
Yes, yes I am. That was a mistake.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Okay, now we're in Badville degradation area, so we need to not do psychic stuff for a turn.
I will endure. The witch has fallen. Leave her to rot.
This seems like much worse than what I did this last time. Oh, pistol. That's why I did so little damage last time. What does brace do? Alright, that's a bonus. So let's clear. Oh, we can't, but we can gain a ton of momentum.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Well, that was abysmal. Can't really charge again. We can do brace again to everyone. Bonus hit points. And hit the chaos one.
Victory is imminent.
Doing a whole 3 points of damage. Out of, is that 162? 102. Not as bad, but still kind of fucking terrible.
I'll make it happen.
Each strike is a prayer.
I've suffered worse.
What does Rending Scream do to us? It seemed like he got a bonus move. If failed, everyone makes a toughness test, and if they fail, the target suffers bleeding for 5 rounds. I see. Oh, the bonus ritual. So your man did help because of the improperly performed ritual. So okay, so a chaos one was coming in regardless, but he would have had a higher dodge parrying critical hit. Okay, so it's nice that what we did made a difference. Okay, so if we don't want this guy to keep sucking up the enemies to regain his hit points, we need to kill those other people first. Alright, okay.
It's as good as done.
And then let's do...
I won't compromise my principles.
Let's do... 65, 70. I'll take the 65 now. We're not...
It's nothing.
Just a minor setback.
He's prone, right? Yeah, he is. Okay.
Pain cleanses the body.
Now, can she...
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
heal?
I refuse.
Nope.
Let me tend to your wounds.
The healing is much appreciated.
And Avalar just loses a turn. Fair enough. Can I hit this guy? No, not at all. Okay.
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
What are I doing?
Who, if not me?
So little damage.
From the ashes I will rise.
Don't you dare leave us now.
Okay, she's down. What a... Oh, they cannot be resuscitated by enemies. Okay, interesting. And by interesting, I mean fuck. Because this guy's basically on 4 hit points still.
It will be done.
So I think we're going to lose this combat. Scores 18 wounds. And he's currently at 27 out of 30. Okay, he's fine.
I'll make his happen.
And I think the first mistake was moving her into melee with your man.
I'll see
No,
to
that
it
I'm not saying
personally.
only mistake, but the first major mistake.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
You're better than brace. How about heal?
Careful now.
Can I do anything better? No.
Indeed.
On it.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Oh, Avalar's fucked.
Who, if not me? I'll see to it. Twice before crossing me. Hold on. Stay with us.
So that rending scream gets him a bonus attack? That's really fucking bad. Why is he getting all these bonus attacks? Okay. And was there an autosave right before combat? It looks like there was. Oh, no, no, no. We're not loading again right in the middle of combat. I guess that was the autosave right before we moved into that area, right? So we should do a manual save before that combat. We've all our gear assigned, yeah, we do. Melted charges can't be equipped. Need a Kandos and need a Kandos. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go to right this time. Which we can't. We can only go to the left, and that triggers.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Yeah.
The first sacrifice opens the eye.
So we've seen all that.
You are here. But where is the Lord Captain? God, no.
Now, I'm just gonna pick the same answers as last time.
Then we... We are out of time. What? Your ritual won't be...
Heretic to live!
Okay. I want to try this. With you here. This time we all have line of sight. So maybe she's gonna go over. Well, let's start here.
It's as good as
Even more to fight like this.
I'll see to it personally. Who, if not another enemy down?
But of course, be gone! Will do.
Okay, so I'm going to put more exploits on it next turn. So we're going to have a more explosive turn. And now let's remember to switch her back to the goddamn bolter this time.
I'll do it.
And then we... Yeah, we'll just take
As
our
the
shots.
Emperor commands, I act.
Doing. Amblard is going to take down this guy down here.
Follow my lead. I took care of this one.
Yeah, you did.
At your beck and call.
Well, that was disappointing.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. Just a minor setback.
I'm amended.
Now, I don't necessarily want you to use the heroic thing just yet, because Sister Swartas down there is going to do so much better. Let's see if we can pump this guy.
I'll make it happen.
Oh, that's a melee. Okay, so we get one free attacking on circle. I don't want that.
Anything else?
What I want is that, and then I want to strip his armor down.
Will do.
Up at 55, which seems like lower than I wanted. Can you hit this butthead? You can't. If you were to go here, you would not be able to see that guy. Again, you're showing me I only have line of sight to this guy. I don't have line of sight to that guy.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
Oh dear. Now you, we're gonna go all out, kill this guy with.
I am his will made manifest. I'll do it. battlefield in righteous fury. Doubt is for the weak. I will not. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh my god.
I'll do it.
I feel like that's on me. Can you...
Indeed. At your beck and call, reduced to dust.
Okay, so now you can't be used to heal.
I will endure.
On it. It's as good as done.
Let's get you out of the acid.
I know what is to come.
And his armor back to full, it's up to 60, okay. So we throw some exploits on. And we rip them off.
Was that you? Or
And that brings his armor down to 42. Cool. And now we're going to do Psychic Shriek.
what? Of course.
Which brings us into Psychic Danger Zone. Let's get you off of
Guided
the
by
poison.
faith. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Why couldn't we have done that last time? Okay, we're doing so much better this time around.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, your gun wasn't fully loaded. Well, that was momentum. From here you can do Daring Breach. Okay. So if we do our melee attack,
Victory is imminent.
and then we trigger this
For
ability,
von Valencius.
No momentum.
we can now do
At your beck and call. I'd rather not.
a whole bunch of these.
It will be done.
Anyway,
I will do my duty.
throw brace for impact because you're absolutely going to get your ass kicked.
Time to...
Avalon, not you.
Okay, that's bad.
Flinch. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally.
Stop it!
Yeah, we're gonna do Psychic Blast here. Just
Will
to
do.
wrap it up.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Cool. That went so much better than the first time round. And we have another level up. So the one thing I did notice in this game that I didn't really like is like, yeah, you get very frequent level ups, but they're not substantial at all. And like, I would love to see these collapse to be like a third as often. Like, so like these first two collapse into this one here. We're doing a longer shooting. So we should probably boost ballistic skill. With the primary melee weapon, yeah, that's going to be much more of a melee thing. I guess he is doing so. Like when he does brace for impact, that affects everyone, right? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's boost his melee. We're going to boost his weapon skill. I did. Hang on. I boosted his ballistic skill, right? Yeah, I did. Then perception bonus. Perception bonus. Willpower. Okay. Looks like perception and willpower might be the most important things for her. You know, let's give her extra AP. And more ballistic skill. I need you to not miss. Okay, let's go with fired up. So every time we do damage, to do more critical damage, and that's gonna slowly tick up over the course of a combat, and then we're gonna take unpredictable next to give her a boost to her chance to hit. The Chaos Corpse had a bunch of stuff. I suspect we should put that on Indira, so whenever she falls unconscious, everyone else gets a boost. Those are kind of ridiculous. We need someone with Iconoclast, which I believe is none of us. Oh no! Abelard can have that. And then this is a blade shard, which is not equipment, it's crafting stuff. That's a bridge officer.
Keep your wits about you.
We're looking for the helmsman. Right? What am I missing? Yeah, we have to find the master helmsman.
I always keep my options open.
Does anybody know where the helmsman is?
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
A noble deed. Let the crew offer prayers for the hero who renounced his impure life in the name of humanity.
Sounds like a compliment, but feels like an insult.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, Systems Status Report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long. Must have been Providence.
How does this survive?
It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then, I prayed for our rescue.
Okay, that's Reese numbers connected with the Navigator Sanctum. We need to get out of here. Your words seem to knock the officer out of his stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, other survivors buckling under stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking. That is the Warhammer 40k universe in a nutshell. There is no empathy, there is no compassion.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report and... blast it all to the void!
Let's just begin. I appreciate the flavor, but let's just do it. Basically what I do is I sit in the chair, look pretty, and just issue the order. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerer's currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the world.
Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate?
Blah blah blah.
It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery.
I have already resisted the temptation of the world once. Whatever you are, you will not cloud my mind, but a new illusion.
Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment. There is no power that can hinder the flows of fate.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, You broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron Road, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
Is that?
The path is set, child
Yeah,
of
so
the
scumbag
dawn.
is taking
The
on
thread
these
is woven.
images.
Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox Signaler's stable, which means...
We're in real space.
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you, with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow, that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision.
So if you stop and refuse, you can actually end the game right here. Like, you'll get a game over if you push them. No, stop, or stop, and refuse. It's kind of hilarious.
It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. To hang the ancestral banners once again, and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
And that's basically the prologue. Oh, this isn't voice. Okay, you... Well then, Commander, the others were there for a few hours, but after witnessing you fearlessly rush into the fray on deck... Is that the fire? Yes. The only thing that surprises me is how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength only left you once the fighting was over. Just fortitude is most admirable in a Lord Captain. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We are seeing massive losses amongst the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts had to be filled by the deputy, while others go unfilled entirely, and the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. How we're going to lose so many officers. It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly who they were looking for. What is on the agenda? Oh, bunch of reports. Which is stuff you don't normally need to deal with, but... Have you succeeded in tracking down the asshole, Conrad? His trail went cold. Wait, Abelard, no, we're fine. We are the rogue trader. I'm ready, or we are a rogue trader. I'm ready to start debriefing some of the officers. Attention officers, you've been granted an honour. The Lord Captain will personally conduct today's briefing. You should introduce everyone, Abelard. I'm gonna just bounce through this real quick, because I don't really care, but I do care about being polite in character. Is that everyone? The Choirmaster, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. Yeah, we need to keep them. They need to keep working. Okay, let's listen to the Infernus Master's report. All fires have been extinguished. Good job. High Factotum, what have you got to say? We've lost more than 2,000 crew members, and the number's not confirmed. We will be able to make most of our losses on the nearest planet. However, the whole system belongs to a different rogue trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without discussing things with the governor. Okay. Drives Master. This is the tech priest here. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, where its spirit mourns its dead brethren. Basically, a bunch of generators were blown up, and until we replace them, we'd be fucked. Engineer Prime fell in battle, and we will require a replacement. Master Helmsman. But with no engineer and no navigator, we can't leave. We can't warp. Yeah. If we go to, there's a Navis Nobilite station. Which Navis would apply navigator, right? Yeah. That's where we get another companion. Master of Ordnance. We've got no able crew. No Lord Captain. Oh dear. You forget yourself. So what? The ship's in ruins. Every second officer's dead. Now we've got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to avoid Nosefire. Oh buddy, somebody is gonna shoot you in the head. Enforcers seize this mutineer. Yeah, buddy. If only one officer out of the whole lot had fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. I do humbly apologise on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say, beside Fine's replacement, that is, for we've already one lined up. So if I want to keep pushing down Dogmatic, we'll just kill him. But actually, I would like to boost my Iconoclast abilities. So we're not going to punish him for one fuck up. So, to summarise, we've sustained serious losses in crew members, and we require a new engineer and navigator. New engineer prime and navigator. Is that everything that's stopping us from continuing our actual voyage? Yes, but we need to go to a station to double check everything, but we won't make it to Footfall without solving these 3 immediate problems. Oh right, because it's in a different system. Tell me about our current system. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system. There's a prison planetoid. There's ongoing hostilities on the planet. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Novice Nibelit station to find out what the hell is going on. Okay. The game does front load with a whole bunch of information because there's a whole bunch of systems you have, right? And it's introducing players to a new world. Your Lordship, there's one other thing. A confidential matter of utmost importance. Lady Theodora, your eternally-esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps wondering who's the authority to commission a Lord Rogue Trader. I should tell you, the Chief Officer, he will be his will in the Chronos Expanse, right? The Lord Inquisitor. I came across the handwritten letter. You're referring to that, I assume. Yes, correct. We have to find this guy, who's going to be another traveling companion. And my kettle should have... Okay. Hang on, let me get the kettle. My coffee. Adira, Sister Argento, explain yourselves. Why do they need to explain themselves? Are they not allowed on the bridge? The Psyker is suffering some sort of ailment or dark madness. She insists on seeing the Rogue Trader. I just be only wise to leave her unsupervised. Sure, I was also hoping to approach me on a personal quest, but I couldn't wait. She yells daybreak. I guess I'm gonna yell at Adira to come to her senses? Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? Say more, lady. Nope, that's all I got. Briefing is over. Everybody bows. I love how animated this is. So, like, Owlcat makes phenomenal games. All of their Pathfinder games are amazing. But I feel the attention to little details, like court niceties, this game has more of that than any of the others. Alright. Void ship management. Posts. So we can assign people to posts on the ships, and we really need to. My guy is best in the Supreme Commander post. Right, oh no, he's got an ability for Shield Master. Well, he's not very good. He's better in Shield Master, okay. Abelard could do well as Supreme Commander, but his stats are best for Master of Maneuvers. Warp Channeler is probably Adira. Nope, Master of Etherics. And then Master Cannoneer is going to be Argenta. Now, while we technically can do these abilities, like these characters enable, those abilities are not actually enabled on the ship until we do R&D. And I can't remember off the top of my head how we rank up the ship, so how much scrap do I have? I have 100 scrap. So I could upgrade the RAM, I could upgrade the hull. We should probably not spend, well, that's the level up button, I guess. We should probably not spend anything here until we know what we're doing. Yeah, the ship has, so if I go back here, we see top left, the ship has XP. Okay. We didn't get any new gear. Okay. If I talk to the Vox Master. Let's boost everybody's morale. You are Voidborn, are you not? Both of us were born in the cold vastness of space. I'm just going to click through all of these just to kind of click through them. What are your duties? Have they box spirits bought you anything? No, remind me who you are, and that will be all for now. Okay. We're just gonna complete the dialogue tree. Just, I don't remember if anything needs to be opened up. Heinrich Monte, who the fuck are you? Oh, the Infernus Master, the guy, the firefighter. What was that about a bringer of woes? You came aboard, a bunch of people died, and you have a sinister look in your eyes. Yeah, Yeah, we don't need to threaten him. We're just going to call it ludicrous nonsense. Remind me who you are. Putting out fires and dealing with emergencies, I answer for them with my life. With your life, you say. Elaborate while you're lounging on the bridge. Really? Lounging? He's the guy in charge. He should be on the bridge. Yeah, the simple answer because nothing is on fire. Why is the fire chief hanging around? He's mired in the officer's routine of reports and discussions, of course. Okay, I have other questions apparently. Aren't you being a little too relaxed for your local? I don't care about that. How'd you come to be in the service of the Von Valancius dynasty? Not in the usual way. My answers wronged yours and were appointed inferni as a result. Hard labor, deadly risks, plenty of opportunities to atone. We are still serving their time. Maybe we'll find redemption one day. Yeah. The answer to that is no, you won't. Tell me how you're organized, tell me about your equipment, tell me about your traditions, tell me how you got your reminders. I'm sorry for your loss. I've learned all I need, and that's enough. Argenta, you wanted something.
Rogue Trader. I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader. The accursed servants of Chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancius territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans?
5 is kind of the real answer. Like, why would I? Do you wish to fill these children's heads with the illusion that the world and its rulers care about them? I will have no part in this. Like, that's the real. But tell you what, I'm not going to go with that one. I will meet with them, no formalities needed. They're people who gave their lives to the Von Valancius dynasty. My consideration is the least they deserve.
I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request.
Oh, it's a load screen, okay. So what just happened? Our indefatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. There's hardly the scholar progenium in here, but we provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction. Adequate? Brave ones, mastership has appeared before you, the one who guides the true darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the Rogue Trader of House Von Valancius. The Infernius Master is here. Infernius Master, do you serve as a teacher in your spare time? No, not at all. He's just looking out for them. It's Infernus' way to help out folks in trouble. I can grandly address them. I can smile at the group. I can address the chaperones. I will smile at the group. The teenagers keep staring at you. A girl who's remained closer, Argenta, smiles uncertainly. A skinny pale lad tries to throw his shoulders back and stand at attention like a soldier. Only a few teenagers at the far end of the row seem sullen and not particularly impressed. One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says, "But so what? Why should we care? Our friends have once died in their dozens for you noble lot, and you just give us speeches." Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants to both calm him and scold him for his impudence. Yeah, speak up. Doesn't matter what we say, it won't bring our parents back and it won't change our fates either. We'll keep slaving away in this ship until we drop and die like our folks are, or worse. In fairness, Master, since you were so conservatively offer this air, henceforth your plan. You know, he didn't ask for that. But it makes his looking after them official. Thank you for your trust, Lord Captain. We won't waste it. The Inferno know all about taking pride in service, courage, and self-sacrifice. We'll make true heroes out of them for you. He beams at the orphans and they smile back with enraptured devotion. Young ones, you won't recognize them in a year or two. They will learn to salute and speak only when permitted by their superior officer. Oh, Abelard. But right now, clanning ground is all they know. So that's Argenta. Okay, and now we're back on a bridge. Let's talk to Argenta again.
Greetings.
Tell me about these
Gladly. There are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesia.
Skip through
it is.
All
Even the
this?
novice each such wearing nothing. Once I had, and we seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of
So
don't
let
the name deceive you. The Order's militant trained sisters to march onto the battlefield as an both the solace-bringing Sisters Hospitaller and the enlightened Sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their dialogue and my order has all the more reason to be known for the martial prowess of its sisters.
The Order Pronatus.
We
Wait,
are the
she's the Order
keepers of the
Pronatus?
Imperium's
Pronatus implies
relics.
children.
What would become of our blessed hero's legacy if the Sisters Pronatus could not protect it?
The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. Guard them, preserve them, escort them when they're brought on the battlefield for pilgrims to venerate. I wonder if she's lying.
The Order sent me to Footfall. My undertaking was to assist the local priesthood of truth. None that I'm aware of. Should any more...
Tell me about yourself. How did you end up here?
I made a mistake. Sadly, it happened on one of the recently just... The path I hadn't been... During the last... But not all of... As you wish. The ship was targeted by heretics. Which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty.
So she's with me for sure until
Sooner
Footfall,
or later, I will
that,
likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary. But for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
Yeah, I enjoy your company.
Those are very courteous words, Rogue.
I suppose if I said, I find you entertaining, it would probably not go over quite as well. Helmsman, tell me who you are. Do you control the ship in real space? Yes, and in the warp. Who? Who are these idiots you're in charge of? Oh, I see. I stand at wheel of this your tub. I mean your vessel, and bar commands that the idiots you tend to relate system. Okay, so that's... We're not calling them idiots, he's calling them idiots. Too many to list them all. Tech, priest, voidsman. You'd have every last one of them flogged? They need to be whipped? Okay. You were also voidborn. And I'm going to tell him that I used to be an officer in the Imperial Navy. And I say this with certainty, the best helmsman come from the Voidborn. I'm glad to have you with the helmet shed, because my character is also Voidborn. Raver freezes, tensely staring you in the eye and clearly trying to discern if your words are meant as mockery. After a moment's pause, a muscle in his face twitches, then another. His cheeks spasm, his mouth twists, and he realizes that Raver is unsuccessfully trying to remember how to smile. Thank you, Lord Captain, I won't let you down. Tell me about the Voidborn, which I don't need to know. Tell me about the other officers. Blah, 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 blah. Do you like anyone at all? I like you, and Lady C adore you. Where would I be always making cracks about the rogue trader? I don't want to die just yet. Okay. The tech priests will be down here later. Oh, I thought I could run under that little bridge thing, but apparently we can't. So let's run back here. Let's move through the ship in order. There's someone to chat to over there. Okay. There's Abelard.
Lord Captain. A noble aspiration, Lord Captain.
Let's
this
have a refresh.
Until recently, the Corona
Who are the main players
in the first instance, rogue. If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, if you are taking comfort in the, as you wish, Lord Captain.
I want to know more about
as you wish. I used to be. It was a difficult choice for me, but I saw in the offer a chance. You could say there was no one among the naval command who was willing to impede the wishes of the rogue trader. The Navis Imperialis is an ancient institution with its own mandates.
Buddy.
What? Lord Captain, any allegations of improper feelings or unsanctioned relations are utterly baseless and bordering on the insulting. Utterly baseless. I am a widower. Of course. Lord Captain.
We're not even going to try and get him to call us by our first name. Joecaster. Let's change the subject, that's all for now, and dialogue. Bridge officer, high factotum. I think this guy lets me do trades, right? Oh, and here I can just recruit people. And respec. Okay. Good to know. We can really zoom out, eh? So we want to talk to Deer next.
What are you talking about, Lord Captain?
So we're basically going to ask her if she's a sanctioned signer, and she's going to say no.
Look, Lady Theodora couldn't care less if some eggheads measured my brains or not. It's not about the seal on your forehead, get it? It's about what's in your gut, if it's rotten or not. My gut's stronger than the adamantine on this here ship. And my implants are better than the ones they put in you on your Terra. If they weren't, I wouldn't have lived as long as I have.
Okay, it's not my Terra, it's our Terra. Even if you don't want it to be our Terra, it's our Terra. Okay. So, the thing is, like, a sanctioned psyker is someone who can be more careful about pulling power from the warp. She is not one of those.
Lyra.
Tell me about Lyra.
It's an but here on the ship, it
story.
wasn't.
Where's the,
Oh,
I'm just checking the boxes.
And as I got that, of course, Lord Captain. You bet I do. So they sat down and.
Okay, what's it like being a psyker?
Every psyker feels like training. Well, if the door opens, only losers who are afraid of their own gift lose control. Or idiots who never figure out what they are before it's too late. Or little kids who want to play around with their shiny new toy. If you don't know the limits of your abilities, or you're always bouncing around in your own head, that's a recipe for disaster.
That's a lot of people.
All right. That's what I'm here for, after all. So, I'm just going to...
Look at my future.
Lean on that door. All right. Let's hear what they're whispering about. Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained.
I'm pretty sure that's a premonition about the navigator place that we're going to go to.
Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, rogue trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion.
Pretty sure that's about the Technomancer companion you can get.
A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks and the scent of oil confound his nose. The chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master? Or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord?
That's one of the DLC people. Oh, maybe the First Lady is the battle dancer.
The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What? I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. None of the... It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that she's gone. The little sister is afflicted with her own set of voices, ones that whisper to her about corruption and heresy. The silly girl doesn't realize that if she wants to find the source, she needs to start by looking in her own head. Of course.
That is that. Okay. If I go to another compartment, I can go to the Voice Ship Shrine, or I can go to the Astropathic Cathedral. And these other two areas are locked off. I don't know that I need to go anywhere. What's in the Void Ship Shrine? I can't go alone, which means it's potentially a combat area. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to save the game.
What do we have here?
Hello, secret button.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Who are you and what do you do? You're a ship's confessor. Okay. You're entrusted with caring for the reliquary chapel and the dynastic crypt, as contain liturgies, consecrate the ship's bays, and strengthen the crew's hearts. Sure. Tell me about this dynastic crypt before making demands. Every rogue trader takes care to maintain an appropriate place for of repose on board that flagship. For the capital may change with the passing of century, but the vessel serves for millennia. It is more than just a symbol of the dynasty's authority, it is the source of its power. The Lord Captain's seat in the void, whence they reign over the maidens. I'm pretty sure this is the void something or other DLC stuff. This is not familiar to me at all. The Von Valencia's crypt is where rogue traders and the most loyal servants are laid to rest. As the ship's confessor, I performed the rites of burial in remembrance for his honored dead. It never occurred to this old man that he might have to send Lady Theodora on her final journey, but all is Emperor's will. I would like to find out more about this place. Is this the only place of worship? There are multiple places. I want those... No, I want those other places to be able to partake of this exuberance as well. Truly a most generous and gracious gesture. I will arrange for commoners who have distinguished themselves in their service to be allowed in here. An event like that will fill them with fervour, and they will pass on the memory of what they've seen to their offspring. Where does this collection of sacred relics come from? We found it, or it was battle spoils. Tell me the Imperium's tenets. I'm basically going to skip through all these. Are we going to point out just contradictions here? Okay, the Imperial Creed prescribes being wary of psychers, but the Imperium needs them. Yep, you're right. Without the Astropaths, we are deaf and blind. That is her place within the Emperor's design, but only those amongst whom accept his light and have been authorized, except for Idira. The Ecclesiarch tells us to persecute mutants, but an exception was made for navigators. They are different from most humans, but differences are a blessing. Oh yeah, it's a good kind of mutant. They are noble servants of the Imperium who help humanity. Do you not see that as a higher purpose that pleases the Empire? Among the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Emperor is known as the Omnissiah. They have their own form of worship. Do they truly share our beliefs? Most certainly. Different likenesses of the Emperor and ways of worshiping can be found across the Imperial world, but we all believe in the one. Come to think of it, my warrant tells me to violate the Imperial Creed in many ways. Violate? No. They're not violations. They're under duty. Unorthodox solutions. It seems there are more holes in the Imperial religion than parasites on a grox. Sure. You forget yourself. Shut up, Magenta.
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes? Jokes that once said aloud make your eyes bleed and blood curdle. Talk about black comedy.
Sister Magenta, if you wouldn't mind standing right there.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
What advice do you seek?
Okay, there's 3 buttons.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences. Let us not dawdle.
Is there another button knocking around that I just haven't noticed? Oh, there's a pressure plate here. Oh, are they numbered? They are not numbered, they are lettered. That's quite annoying. I can't change the angle of view. Huh. So we have an anagram.
I always have a backup plan.
I can't read most of these letters. That's A. Motherfuck. That's so annoying. AR. It looks like an F. J? Jesus Christ. U, maybe? Your A. It's hard to tell. It's in Gothic script. If we offer a prayer, what happens? Recite a prayer to one remember best. Oh, I can't.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Can't guarantee the answer to that one. I'm gonna save. If we fail, we're gonna reload and bugger off.
I won't let it define me.
Sounds like a fail to me. Yeah, so you don't get a reroll.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
And you don't get to roll with somebody else. Is F9 quick load? Is F8 quick load? F8 is. Oh, I can increase my commerce skill a bit.
Keep your wits about you.
So I'm pretty sure we're going to have to learn something about the ship, and that'll give us a word to basically stamp on. Now the Lord Captain's quarters. Ah, this time it's just me. It's all been cleaned up. How lovely. Your account. What is that about? You'll be redirected to the webpage. I'm pretty sure I've linked my account already. Whatever that does. Oh, link your Twitch account. Okay, I assume those are drops that I have missed, which is fine. Master of Ablutions. Would I like to take a bath? Sure. That's a hell of a bath. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna relax and close my eyes. Okay. Looks like I have additional options here. Let's go with, let's boost Iconoclast. Address the enforcers. You two get in here. I record company and pleasant conversation. one male, one female. Okay. Eat and drink. No, they don't need to work. Tell me about yourselves. Okay, you don't need to. What do force do in the free time? I'm brown over here carving those soap scraps, though for the most part we barely get enough time for rest and enough time for leisure. You know what? Yeah. Show me what you can do, Bran. I will have a place in my study, sure. You may relax with me here until I'm finished bathing. And I'm done here. We're not gonna see anyone from my retinue just yet. That's new. All of that's new. I haven't seen that before. I don't need to change my appearance. There are some goods here. An unfinished letter. Interesting. He was going to be disinherited. We have more goods over here. Cracked data slate. Okay, I don't know what any of that means. Alright, let's get out of here. Assuming I don't get attacked on my way out. Oh, that's a direct A to B. I don't have a choice. I think there was one more area I haven't been to. Yeah, the Astropathic Chapel. I'm gonna go with everyone. Yeah, this is all new as well.
Ugh, they're staring at me with their burnt eyes like I'm a leper. I'm just passing through, all right? So you lots can calm down.
Okay, looks like we can activate this just using logic.
I always get the job done.
The machine uses many quills to commit the Atrox whispers to paper, then sorts the resulting new mental images based on their meaning. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
I'm seeing a lot of blood here. Safety switch malfunctioning. Yeah, that's totally shit I want to hear. Oh, the chairs they're in can be used to execute.
Let us not do it.
Well, I mean, they can turn into demons at any moment. Why am I clicking on this again? Okay, you're just giving me the same information again. And a bunch more goods, collection of autoquills. How's all this shit just lying around?
I always have a backup plan.
Last weekend can be saved from a 13th storm. The last father's beloved son will open his yawning maw. Okay, he's about to explode into a demon. I really don't want to deal. Oblivion is inevitable. After the sunset comes a horrific sunrise, brought forth into a wailing world from the womb of... Okay, the chair educator. Good, because I already didn't have to deal with a chaos spawn. That's why the chairs can be used to execute. Kinda sucks, but here we are. It's kind of funny when people joke about, like, this is the darkest timeline. And,
rise to the top,
I don't know.
or get left in the dust.
Have you ever seen Warhammer 40k? Are you familiar with the Warhammer universe?
Just as I planned.
Okay, we're processing more text. Technomancer here. The engine's ears can lower does not so much as glance in your direction. Makes it barely audible. It doesn't sound a prayer in Technolingua, which is basically fine. What's going on? Sacred Compiler is ailing your lordship. A gloom has come over the machine spirit and they're disrupting the shit's not working. The 12th row of the drum is now adding incorrect symbols. With some of the servants of the Omni side, but the machine spirits are none too eager to hear their prayers. The esteemed engine seer is in a state of tech prayer trance and hasn't moved from the spot for a day now. I had the audacity to think the Sacred Compiler would be better help by examining its parts, but who am I to question the secret knowledge of the Adeptus Mechanicus? Option 1 and option 2 are bullshit, so we're just gonna say, how can I help?
That's how it's done. I always keep my options open.
This one's not guaranteed.
I always get the job done.
Scraps of paper are stuck deep inside the mechanism, causing it to rattle terribly. Clean the machine's parts and anointing with sacred oil, unguent restores machines through its clear, clanging voice. Okay, so that's a problem we fixed. It's highly unlikely there's only a single paper jam at the core of this. Yo, Zach. Oh, did my nightmares scald you? My apologies, Bush. By sense, strangers knew my mind reached out of its own accord. I did not see much, but what I did see was enough. It grieves me to know that this mark weighs upon you so. Trust me, I am well acquainted with the oppressive burden of doom. Who the fuck are you? He is the choir master of the Astropathic Choir. How do you like serving under Lady Theodora? You served under her for 2 decades. I'd been through many things. Okay. How old are you? Tell me about the Astropathic Choir. What is this place? It's a cradle under a grave. Yeah, so this is the communication center. We receive and send messages. For hours during the days, we wander the dark depths of the Immaterium, carrying our voices to warp's eternal night, bringing it to our comrades in some remote refuge, accepting the voices, signals, and missives of others into our own abode. Those are most often meant for you, and at times they are meant for no one. How does one become an astropath? Yeah, the Imperial Tithe. Delivered to Terra on the black ships. So, on every world where there were psychers, where psychers are discovered, they are rounded up, and assuming they're not just simply executed, which they're not supposed to be, they all get shipped off on black ships to Earth. Where on Earth they are tested, and if they can control their abilities pretty well, they will be trained as a psyker. They become sanctioned psychers. And if they can control their gifts super well, like Indira, they're executed. Being trained as a psyker does not mean you get to be a psyker. It could be you end up being an astropath like this, or some other horrible shit. Yeah, okay. If something happens to your choir, where can I find new astropaths? It would be more important to say when something happens. The Emperor's blessing protects from the warp's various influences. However, there are horrors dwelling in the void for which even this defense would be no obstacle, especially if one spends too much time in their company, as we do. There's only one way to procure astropaths, and that is through the Adeptus Administratum bureaucracy. Luck permitting, unattached astropaths from the sector will be posted to the ship, ones who, for whatever reason, have lost their place of service. Failing that, the request will go to Terra and we'll have to wait a long time. That said, there are other options. Blasphemous, forbidden options. Unsanctioned psychers, Adira, unpredicted and broken souls who seldom live past their first few seances, but even those would do, should the God Emperor put her souls through severe trials, and judging by how rapid the warp has become of late, with a number of dead astropaths, those trials will be upon us sooner than our prayers will reach Terra. I know a couple of places where you can get new astropaths, she says, grinning. That's of course if you don't insist on being all classy and proper like this Friday bunch. Now, let's talk about the problem. What's that big old drum over there? It's a sacred compiler that helps us record, store, and to an extent unwritten messages. The astropaths first receive these messages in the form of muddled images, dictating what they see to the machine, which logs every word. From the reels of the receivers on the ceiling, the machine-recorded words are routed through lines onto the floor into transcribers, and then a thesaurus core. This core is the most important part of the mechanism, as it contains a vast catalogue of various symbols and the methods of their interpretation. The compiler matches the images to the messages against its data and forwards those to the central cogitator. Assuming that's the central cogitator. and myself, so I can begin the ritual of decoding. I know of no other choir that possesses so wise a mechanism, and I praise the God Emperor for its existence. However, while the compiler While the compiler hastens the extraction of intelligent meaning from the perplexing imagery, an astropath must still open her mind to interpretation, which is no less perilous than the rights of receiving or sending the astropathic message. If your machine knows the meaning of the symbols, why can't it decode the messages itself? Or, so if you wanted, you could hide certain information from me. Let's talk about the machine hiding. We're probably going to talk about Ciro's Chinese room problem, right? Regrettably for us all, your lordship, astropath messages are not cipher dispatches, but rather psychic imprints containing information. Only an astropath can read the entirety of something created through the medium of the warp. Furthermore, as messages pass through the immaterial, they might become distorted by malevolent intent. It falls to servants alone to shield their mind with faith and separate the true meanings with the influence of the ruinous powers. So if you wanted to hide certain information from me, you could. My duty is to shield you from the monstrous communications that filter the warp, the screams of the Emperor's loyal servants, centuries dead by now, the nightmarish, maddening images of the Sea of Souls, i.e. the warp. The cursed symbols that cause astropaths to convulse in violent fits of frenzy, the messages from abominations in search of weak minds to the realm. Concealing all of that from you is my duty. Well said, sir. Let's talk about something else. That odd noise inside the chapel does not bother me. Okay. I saw an astropath die. What happened? Okay. Oh, I don't have enough points in Iconoclast. We will talk later. Oh, there's a faulty receiver.
Is there money to be made?
So I save.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Yeah, we're not failing these tests. I wish there were a way that you could get buffs like you could in Baldur's Gate.
I won't let it define me.
I have minus 20. Oh, and a 73% chance. I rolled 76 and failed. And then with my special luck, I then have a 20% chance. Last try, and then we're going to go off and do something else. I don't think I get the exact same number.
Just as I planned.
We don't. Oh, a wax-stained interpreter.
That's how it's done.
Okay, so it looks like we fixed everything. Oh no.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
So I'm guessing if and when it's fully cleared, it will allow me to talk to a particular person. So there's probably something else like this thing over here.
I always get the job done.
So this just looks like maintenance is not being done. Like somebody's not doing their job.
Just as I planned.
Okay, that's everything.
I always have a backup plan.
Yeah, buddy, you totally did it. Do we fuck with him? Yeah, we're gonna fuck with him. No, I did it, buddy, not you. To receive the decoded reports. Oh, I can talk to Quartermaster Weiss. Thanks to your assistance preparing the pilot, we've been able to interpret a most curious message. It contains a call sign that agents of the RIA will use in their especially important reports. Is it a message from him? He was more like a recipient. When was it sent? Who knows? What does it say? Only a few words. Something, something, something. The winds have ceased. It is done. Now, Liname is Voidler's call sign for special reports, but the rest is a code we're unfamiliar with. That said, we know where to look for the truth in that system. I will look at the bottom of that message. Cool.
Keep your wits about you.
And then we're going to go back to the bridge. So now we should take a look at the Cronus Expanse map, because now we need to move around the system. Quartermaster wants to talk to me? Okay. Okay, so there's some screaming coming from this. What is the nature of this scream? Alright, well, we'll go check out the station. I guess. I think maybe we should say hello to this unidentified void ship first, though. Because it might be someone we can trade with. Do not require assistance. They'll pass us by, won't they? Private merchant vessel, of course they are. Right, pirate faction. And we can trade! So trading in this game works very different. Basically, everything is free. What you just need to have is a certain amount of reputation, and you have to have exceeded a profit factor with them. Once you have, essentially it's the size of your economy. If your economy is above a certain level, you just get whatever you want. And you can sell them stuff to get reputation. They especially like heretic trophies and xeno artifacts, jewelry, ship components. And the only thing I have is weaponry, which is worth 100 a pop. So I could get 200 faction. Absolutely not worth trading. But that is good enough. If I press I can take a look. So what did I get? I got a flame weapon, flamer, heavy armor, heavy leather. Huh, that's all I got, at least in terms of what I can use. She can't wear heavy, but she could use a flamer. Oh, and a camouflage robe. The warrior's ranged attacks decrease their target size by 5%. That is ideal for her. Abelard, you can wear heavy. What are you wearing? This is better than what you have. What is with this weird thing down here? Can we do scans at some point? Is there an easy way for me to see factions? Doesn't look like. It looks like I actually have to go here, right? I shouldn't have clicked buy all because I can't remember what my other options were. It must have been something I already had something of. Okay. In any case, I think I'm going to wrap up here for this evening. We're going to go to the Astropathic station tomorrow, and I will be back then. Meanwhile, if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe if you want to know what I'm playing next. And, you know, if you're on Twitch, give me a follow, and that will also notify you. And otherwise, I will see y'all on the morrow.